usichague kazi, kazi ni kazi. Mungu atabariki kazi ya mikono yako. Usichague kazi, kazi ni kazi. Mungu atabariki kazi ya mikono yako.
Karibu sana kwa kipindi yetu Abigail. Ningependa uangalie kamera, ueleze mtazamaji unaitwa nani, your full names, na ni kazi gani ambayo unafanya.
Kwa majina naitwa Abigaelnenkai. Kazi yangu mainly ni beadwork. That's what I do mainly.
So what was your main inspiration behind beadwork?
My main inspiration is that I wanted to be busy. I wanted to make myself busy. And since this is my culture, beadwork is part of my culture. And I found that I know it. I know how to do it. So I just found myself starting doing it. Najiundia leo, kesho na somebody else sees you making something good and they want you to make something for them. So I just decided by making for my friends. By doing that, it made me develop more interest in doing it. So I've been doing it now for a very long time, because if you make for someone here, they go, their friends see it, they want the same thing for them.
So that means nobody taught you how to make this thing?
I can't say that I was taught by anyone. I just found myself doing it. It's my passion. I found myself that I know it. Yes.
So how can you term, because now you've transformed your passion into business, so how can you term this business?
It's just beadwork. Yes, that is the name of my work, and that is it. Yes.
Hii biashara iko aje sasa?
Iko sawa kabisa, cause it has really helped me. It's a good work, and you can't do beadwork if you don't have any passion. And for you to do beadwork, you must have a lot of patience. And for me, since I enjoy it and it makes me happy, and that's why I had to make it a business. And one of the big things that makes me love this beadwork is that you make something out of your own creativity. You don't have to see something that somebody else has made, but you make something that you just sit down and think of it, and you make something very good out of it. And by doing that, you don't have to go and do sales and marketing. It can market itself just by people putting on the same thing that you make. That is it. Yes.
So on that part of marketing, apart from people seeing what you've done and they get to be interested and they want to have maybe a piece of a maybe necklace or a belt, so which other ways do you use to market your business?
I can use smartphone, that is through online. Yes, WhatsApp, Facebook. Yes, and maybe sometimes I take it to other people, like if you're having a business somewhere, like let's say here in Nakuru, I make some of them and give out to those people in Masai Market. They display them, and through doing that, I make more to them and they sell there. That's how I do my marketing. Yes.
Since you don't have a shop, hiyo ni kumaanisha online marketing is your major way of selling your things. So because this is a new thing, it's a new technology, so wewe unachukuliaje online marketing, ama labda una prefer ungepewa duka tu mahali uuzie vitu vyako?
No, I prefer online because unajua ukiuza kwa online, watu wengi wana access online. But ukisema duka, maybe niko na shop hapa Nakuru, it's only for the people that are living here in Nakuru. Like for example, if I may say, If I use online, if I sell my items through online, people will be able to see from very far. For example, just last month they had to deliver more of these things in like Migori, Kericho. That is very like in other towns, not in Nakuru. But now if you say you have a shop in Nakuru, your customers will only be from Nakuru. But online you can do a lot of like you can market your items through online more than in the shop.
Maybe supplying your beadwork somehow a challenge to you, kwa sababu ukisha market lazima tena utransportie mtu mfikie kwenye hapo, so hiyo kwako ni changamoto ama you think it's okay for you?
It's a challenge, but it's not a big challenge. I can see it. It's not si challenge kubwa compared to like the profit I may get. Kwa sababu let's say for example, going to Migori is like you have to travel for like 10 hours or 8 hours. That is from here. But in most cases, I don't travel myself. You make sure that you have very good customers that are reliable. So you just unaweka tu kwa parcel and send them to Migori. And maybe you have some friendship, like you may develop friendship with your customers. They can even cater for the fare ya hizo vitu, ama ukihitajika pale kudeliver hizo whatever you make. If you like maybe niunde vitu kama hizi, at least I'm sure kuna tu mahali nimejipanga, kuna fare lazima ni as I make them.
Maybe I'll ask you this way, kwa wanafunzi kama wewe, do you think these are some of the ways they can use keep busy from being maybe idle, from kujiingiza na vitu tofauti, because in campus there are so many things that go on. So maybe was this your major inspiration behind you starting beadwork?
No, what made me transform this work into a business is because I had a lot of like I had bills to pay. Like ile unataka maybe unataka kujibaia nguo, unataka kujikeep poa, but unajua sometimes you can't just keep on calling your parents nataka hivi, but I now had to think of something I can do to make myself not only busy but to also make sure that I provide for myself some things, kuacha kusumbua mzazi. So being in campus, you see a lot of things going on. You know, there's this issue about sponsors and all those issues, and there's the issue of peer pressure. Maybe unataka kuvaa kama huyu, unataka kuwa kama huyu, so you are tempted to think like, where am I going to get this money, and who exactly is going to give you? But because of just to say, I love going to church, and I love like the teachings tunapewa huko, unaambiwa you must work for you to get something. So bearing in mind that I have to work for me to get whatever I do, like I eat, so I had to look for like a business idea. Nikasema since I know this, it's going to be of advantage to me, nitaitumia kama kuifanya ndio nipate kile ambacho nataka. Like in most cases saizi, let's say we have a class or lecturer amekosa kufika, you will find me in the tent hapo tu KU. You'll find me doing this work, like kila mtu tu amejua huko I do a lot of beadwork, so you'll find me doing that. So naonanga it's better like niache kusumbua mzazi or having this issue to do with looking for somebody to cater for your needs. That's what made me do this. Yes.
So now, as we talk about your business, how did you raise your capital to start this business?
The first time that I started doing this, I started by asking for like, unaambia mzazi leo I need this, nataka maybe sina food kwa nyumba, but in real sense you know that si eti una food, there's something that I want to develop, there's something that I want to do. So I had to call my dad. My dad is very supportive. Kimwambia tu hivi sina food atakutumia mbio. So let's say nikamuitisha, nikamwambia dad leo sina vitu za nyumba, upkeep, kitu kama hiyo. That day alinipa, the very first day that I started this, I started by making those small bangles. So I needed some beads and the materials. Akanitumia dhao hivi, nimebuy beads tu kidogo, but in my mind I was saying that hii ni nikishauza hizi, at least by the money nitapata I'll buy more materials, sitatumia profit. So nikafanya hivyo, nikaendelea hivyo, ikafika point where I thought that I needed a lot of capital. I needed more capital because sometimes beads are a bit expensive. Like in Nakuru, you can't get that they are the same price in Nakuru and in Narok they are more cheaper. So since I needed to use them in Nakuru, I have to buy them here. And so I needed a lot of capital. So I had to sit down with my dad and I told him, Dad, this is what I want. This is what I want to do apart from studying in school. Since sometimes I don't have classes. Let's say like in this semester I have 5 units. So you find that in most cases I'm idle, like niko tu. So nikamwambia I have to look for something to do. Kwanza akafikiria, no, you're going to be like hutakuwa class, utapenda pesa sana. So nikamwambia no, ninajua kujibalance, but pia ananielewa mimi ni mtu napenda sana biashara. Akaniambia tu ni sawa, I'll be able to support you. So he told me to write my business business plan. Nimwandikie tu kila kitu vile nataka, kila kitu ndio akuwe na something official nyataweza kufuatilia, ndio nisianze kucheza. Akaniambia make sure you give me a very good business plan. Nikasema it's all right. And I made it, and I told him the money I needed and he was able to support me. Yes.
So maybe kwa hii biashara yako sasa, what do you need for this chain to be complete? And maybe what are the type of beads that you use maybe for different things?
What I may need in this, let's say, let me use this one. I'll just use these beads, and of course I'll have to look for different colors of these beads, and I make sure that I have all of them because of I need to blend colors. You know, you can't just make something that is, yes. So I have to first, before I start making it, I have to decide like, nikiunda ikuwe hivi itakaaje. I must have a book, nichore mahali, niseme hii nitaeka hivi. Then after making that ka plan or kuchora tu hiyo ka design kangu, now I have to go back and look like, what materials am I going to use? I think of these beads, nazitafuta, I make sure that I have them all. Apart from the beads, you can see a lot of these things. I don't know what I can call them, but you can just see them. They are called chili, something like that. It makes us as Maasais to be identified, because if you see a Maasai, they always have this. So I must have this one, and there's this kachuma hapa kanaitwa ni aluminium. Okay. So you must have a lot of them. Alafu sasa ndio nianze kuja kukatakata, maybe ibaya kubwa kabisa. Sasa ndio nikuje nikatekate niseme this one. It can be something like, kuna ladies upenda kitu kama choka, unasema hii ni size hivi ndio nitaunda this size. Alafu unaangalia pia, as in you just look at, unakuja unakatakata. After you do that, now you start making it, you make something out of it. Okay. Yes.
And how long does it take you to make a piece?
Since huwa naunda like time yenye niko free out of class, so in most cases utapata nakaa usiku. In most times huwa naunda usiku, so utapata like in a night naweza kaa tu nikikalia kabisa, ile nisha kata materials and everything. Juu nikitembea shule huwa naenda naunda hizi materials. Kama nikukata hizi naenda nazikata, ndio to make work easy in my room inakuwa tu kuziunda. So I can make one that is in one night. Kuangalia pia the complication. Unaona kitu kama hii, it takes me a shorter time than this one. Okay. For this I'll have to take a lot of time designing, trying to think on the color, what I can blend and all those things, and it has got a lot of materials too, so you cannot compare this one with these ones. Yes.
And okay, maybe you how do you get to price your things now? Sasa ushatengeneza, you have the final product. How do you get to price it?
In most cases I have to look at the other market of like nikiangalia nasema hii ina cost ngapi hapa, but before I consider what other people like price yenye watu wengine huza, I must consider the materials that I use. Like tuseme, yes, like niseme for example this belt, you know I have to buy a belt kwanza iko hivyo, nikuje niunde beads, alafu ujue pia kuna this inaitwa fish line. ya kuundisha hizo beads. So lazima nijue tu the cost ya zao zote. So naandika hivi nimetumia beads ya this money, the belt ilikuwa hivi, the fish line ilikuwa hivi. So nikishasema hivyo naanza kusema pia na my labor, lazima nilipwe labor. You know, you can't just do something like you wasted a lot of time and now ukuje tu like you're not paid. So na consider labor, the materials, and also look at the price yenye inauzwa pale kwa market. So that's how now I can know the price nitauza.
So, and maybe who will you say are your customers?
For now, most of my customers ni students. Apart from students, there's a time that I stayed in Njoro for a very long time. That is for 4 months hivi. So kwa kukaa huko nilikuwa because umesikia natembea nazo, I make them as I walk. Like siwezi acha, utapata kila siku kwa bag yangu you'll hear some noise, siwezi kaa bila. So maybe nikupate tu hapo, but saa nikisema Njoro nilikuwa nimekaa huko. I was teaching in a certain school hapo Njoro Central Secondary, and so those teachers were my customers. Students here at KU are my very good customers. And I also walk to different places. Let's say, for example, I walk to Egerton University main campus. I go there in most cases. In most cases, I can say it's students because I do move to the institutions and sell them. But apart from the students, also maybe my friends, my churchmates, there are those friends that you can use to market your thing. So mtu akibai leo, umeona leo mtu amevalia church vizuri African way, so mwingine atasema tu no, I also need that one. So I can say it's the people that stay with me, ama ni students, mainly ni students I can say.
Okay. And how do you get to handle your customers? Unajua labda ni students, kuna venye mmezoeana, kuna mwenye labda atakuja kuna bei yake, anataka venye yeye anataka umuuzie, ama kuna wale wadeni pia. So how do you get to deal with your customers?
Kwanza hapo kwa students unajua inakuwaga very tricky. Unaanza tu biashara hivi and they are like, hey, sasa Abi now this one, sasa unajua sisi ni wanafunzi, so usituuzie price ya huko nje. So hapo pia unaanza kuconsider, nasema yes. So una make sure umeconsider, so liko una make price yako, unasema this is what I'm going to sell. So unajua uwezi sema tu, uwezi waambia how customers this is the real price. Kama let's say for example nimefanya calculations zangu, the materials and everything, labor and like sasa nikuje niseme tu like kama ni 5, so that is sponge, kama ni 500 nikuje niseme 500. No, sometimes you'll have to raise it a bit, ndio kuna tu wale wa kucomplain. Yani beginners are always there. So una make sure tu umeunda, yani una make sure kuna limit fulani, hata akibagina aje kuna mali haizifikia. Sasa coming back to students wanakuaga tu very funny juu tunaelewa ni situation yao. So unafika pale mwanafunzi anakuambia, hey, this thing is very smart, but now hiyo price akisunishukishie tu kidogo. Sasa hiyo nini anasema uwezi niuzia price yenye unauzia lecturers. By the way, I also do sell them to my lecturers. They are my very good customers. So mwanafunzi atakwambia no, mimi sina pesa. So utamwambia hivi, unamwambia tu hapo kama nilifanya my calculations ikakuwa 500 na nimemwambia 600. Tutangangana tu na yeye, niko sure nitapata kitu kama of course lazima nimshukishie kidogo, so nitaloa kidogo, itafika kitu kama 500 ama 450. Yes, I'll have to consider them. Okay. Okay.
And maybe where do you see your business in the next, maybe let's give it 3 years, ama what are your future plans for beadwork?
I am thinking of very good plans about this beadwork because imeniweka vizuri. So you know, kitu ikikuweka vizuri, you'll have to think of more greater plans for it. Like for example, for me, Indio, this is my last semester, that is in kumaliza my degree. So I'm thinking of next semester I'll have a shop somewhere to make sure that unajua ukidisplay vitu kwa shop pia unapata new customers, and like vile kutembea mobile, because unajua ukiwa mobile in most cases unaenda mahali yenye customer wako, but if I display them in a shop at least itanisaidia cause mtu anapita tu hivyo na mtu angalie tu kitu anasema acha niende niangalie hiyo, na atakuja hivyo atabai hivyo. Mwingine atapita tu hivyo just by the look, yani na ujue bidwa kuwa inajiuza, si kitu yenye lazima uende uambie watu come I'm selling. No, unaweka tu hapo, una display tu vizuri, somebody ataona tu, atakuja aseme I need this. Saa kitu kama hiyo. So I'm thinking of next year I'll have like by the help of God I'll have a shop and I make sure I display all my items, vitu kama hizi. And apart from me doing them cause siwezi fanya tu ile yenye enough nimejaza mahali for display or what. No, I'll have to have more people to help me, so I'll have to employ like more people wenye tutasaidiana, cause apart from this I also unaonda kitu kama yani itoke kabisa African wear. So my plans is that nikuwe na very more big shop, like na isikue tu hapa. Maybe in future I can have like a shop in Nakuru, a shop in Kericho, and yes, something of the sort.
So because you're going to join the business world, what do you think is the space of small scale business people in the country at the moment?
Unajua hii kazi ya business ni okay, si unaona pia mimi nimeanza tu hivi, like umeanza kwenye nilikuwa nimeanza tu na tubango hivi, unatuuza 50 bob, unatembeza hivyo, and as you continue unai growisha. So this small wenye wanafanya those small businesses, it's just a matter of una develop. Of course si kila mtu anaanzaga from the tip. No, you have to start from somewhere. So for me I think that hakuna mtu hubaki mahali yako, that is labda unachezea basi kazi. Lakini kama uko na kazi like umeanza kama bidwa kidogo hivi, umeifanya for a long time, you can't tell me for 5 years you'll remain in a small shop kakibanda mahali umebaki tu hapo. No, you have to move. You must move from that small place to another place. So ni mtu tu kujipea kufanya kazi, lazima ufanye kazi na determination, because in most cases you find that mtu umefanya kazi, maybe umeuza na hujawahi zoea pesa, umeanza tu business all of a sudden and now you want like umepata hiyo pesa, the immediate thing that you will do with that money, utaanza tu uende ufanyie raha zako. Let's say for example I'm a student, nipate tu like nimeuza things kama hizi, nimepata hizo pesa, niende niponde raha and like I forget I need some other materials, nisahau hizo vitu zote. That's where mali yenye business inaanzaga kudidimia. So you're supposed to remember that nikipata hivi first, nilikuwa najiambia kitambo that whenever I get nipate any pesa from the beadwork, I have to now like nisikule kwanza for the first time, the second time, the third time, like niongeze tu stock yangu, add my stock, iendelee kabisa ikuwe mob. Na ukumbuke pia it was my dad ako ndani yake, cause kama ndiye alipeana capital, so lazima ajue umefika wapi, nisimuulizie tena. I'm asking him like, dad I need this amount, tena nifanye hivi. No, lazima nimlete nimwambie nimefika hapa, so niongeze hii. That is how it does. Yes.
Because your dad was alikuwa a major pushback in your business, so like to other students that wanasoma na wewe, what kind of advice will you give to their parents in terms of supporting their kids passion, kusupport dreams za watoto wao?
I can say that unajua kama mzazi anasimama na wewe, but do you know before mzazi amue kusimama na wewe, there must be that trust. Kama we ni mtu wa ukai kutegemewa, definitely mzazi ataanza. But my main concern or what I would like to speak to parents, like ukiona mwanafunzi ama ukiona mtoto wako akona interest mahali, ukiona akona passion mahali, try to support that student. Kwa sababu unajua sometimes unakaa unafikiria, unasema mwanafunzi, no, this student lazima asome, lazima apate lazima afanye hivi, forgetting the skills ya huyu mwanafunzi. So lazima pia uweze kumsupport. Kuna parents that hawana hiyo uwezo wa kusupport. We understand those people in the society, hana hiyo uwezo, but pia anafaa tu kuwa you look for means ya kumsupport huyu mwanafunzi ndio aweze pia. By the way, unajua ukiona mzazi anakusaidia, pia utafurahia na utasema no, I must, like for me I always say that in whatever I do I must make my parents happy. So nikisema nafanya business I must make my parents happy. Nikisema yani that is what comes in my mind. So wazazi, it's very good kama mzazi atakuwa so supportive kwa mtoto wake, kwa sababu by doing that hii itamsaidia in the society yenye tunaishi saizi. Huenda masomo ambayo unamlipia fee ikose kumsaidia, but the skills yenye umemsaidia tu hivi unampea capital kidogo aende kujipush hivyo. By doing that mtoto atakuwa a person that is very great. Hata maliza shule akuja amekaa na wewe nyumbani, mnakaa kungoja job like I'm doing education, maybe unasema itaenda for 5 years waiting for the TSC wa kuajiri. No, unapata huyo mwanafunzi amekuwa of great help in that family kwa sababu of the small things that you did to that child. Maybe umempea thou, you don't have money, umempea that ka 1000 na unamuadvise pia, unamwambia fanya hivi fanya hivi. By doing that inakuwa very great. Yes.
And they keep following up, they keep checking what you
yes doing. Yes, they must check kwa sababu najua we ni mtoto, so sometimes wisdom yako haijatoshana na ya mzazi. Ukipata this amount of money unasema hapa ni mwisho ya dunia, but your parent understands more, so he or she will be in a better position kukuadvise. Like my mom always tells me that no, umefikia wapi now, kwa sababu hiyo pesa umepata you are supposed to be saving them. Like ukimaliza shule you'll be able to say one day that once kuna siku nilikuaga campus, this is what I did, nilikuwa nimefanya hivi kujisaidia. So utakumbuka like nilifanya, kuna time nilikuwa nafanya hivi, and when God blesses you to go to a different level, that is when you can now come and say nilikuwa nimeanza hapa. So that's what my mom tells me. She keeps on checking me like umefanya leo hivi, umefanya nini, alafu pia hiyo tu kukusupport kuambia umefanya poa. That is really like mzazi anakuambia umefanya poa, hata saa zingine umeunda tu kitu haiko kabisa, but mzazi anakuambia hii umefanya poa kabisa. Like ukijaribu tena kufanya hivi kidogo itakuwa the best. Sasa hizo unajua umeunda kitu haiko, lakini kwa sababu hiyo support ya mzazi anakuambia no, you've made it, like inakaa wow, it looks so good. Sasa unaona by doing that una feel okay, I have some backup. Unaanza tu kudevelop more interest and more passion in it. Yes.
And maybe a word to other youths when maybe they don't see and they don't have an eye opener to that. Wanaona tu wasome. They just need to read. They don't need maybe side hustles. Maybe they think the business world it's something that is too tough for them.
Unajua before uanze biashara you must be a risk taker, because uwezi tu anza na ufikirie that you are going to do like you are always going to get profit. Kuna loss lazima upate. So but most youths wanaogopa biashara sana kwa sababu unasema nitaonekana aje. Let's say for the campus students, unaanza watu wataniona aje, like umekaa hapo unaanza kuunda sijui beadwork, nani hata ataona kama uko na degree. That is the main thing in about the students. Si hata kuogopa sana, wanaanza tu kufikiria hapana, watu wataniona aje hapa, nimeanza kwenda eti natembea hivi nauzia watu vitu kama hizi na kuwahoka, how does it happen? But lazima, for me nilikuwa najiambia kitambo no, you know, because I love business and this is what I love, this is where my passion is. Lazima, you know, saa zingine utapata mwingine na kucheka na kwambia hii ni kali, yani unafanya degree but you're still doing this work. But because like yani unajua what this work gives you, lazima tu weke mind yako hapo. But ukienda na peer pressure like mnafikiria no, we want the white collar jobs, we want to have those big jobs in the office. But for me my desire is always to do business. And what I can tell my fellow youths is that wapende tu kazi yenye unajifanyia. Unajua maybe doing this work unajifanyia kazi yako mwenyewe, you become your own boss. Huwezi control, unaambiwa sijui enda wapi, you're supposed to report at work at sijui time, but you have to plan yourself. Yes.
So maybe as we come to a close, maybe because now you are a mobile business person, ueleze watu wanaweza kupata aje kama mtu anataka vitu vyako, na pia unaweza kutugusia bei kidogo.
Mimi unaweza nipata kwa maybe I do walk around. Let's say for example I'm in Nakuru. Mi utembea sana, like nikimaliza classes zangu huwa namaliza classes at 5. So nikitoka 5 hapo nitaanza tu kutembea hizo streets zote hapo Kenyatta Avenue, nimetembea huko Biashara Center, nimetembea huko kwa market, and in most cases maybe have a customer mahali naenda kudeliver hizo vitu. Let's say for example nitoke class kama leo natoka Njoro, natoka hapa and I go to Njoro, I want to go and deliver some like this one and this one. Naenda kuzideliver huko. By doing that, you know, maybe maybe upatane na one of the people when you wako na these items, you can just ask for my number, and by doing that maybe tutapatana kitu kama hiyo. Or I do move to different shops, or you can go to Masai Market here in Nakuru. There are people that I make wanaunda hizi vitu na waletea hapo, and they can give you my number. Okay. Yes.
Thank you very much for your time. Okay. So there you have it. As long as you have the mentality and the creativity to do something, please get out of your comfort zone and do it. And our parents, please let's support our youth in whatever dreams they have. I have been your host Beverly Notari, and this has been Chapa Kazi Mtaani.
Usichague kazi, kazi ni kazi. Mungu atabariki.